Joining me now, CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane. Scott, thanks for joining us. And first of all, on the Trump transition, question around here, how are local members of Congress, are they ready to weigh in? What role would they play in this whole transition?
Well, there will be confirmation votes needed from all of the local senators. And of course, in our area, that means 6 Democratic senators in January. And there's this expectation, Dick, that for some of these more controversial choices, those who have ginned up some opposition already, Republicans are going to have to do this on a party line vote almost certainly, which means they're going to have to muster 50 Republicans with the expectation they're not going to get the support of the 2 local Democratic senators from New York, New Jersey, or Connecticut. So who are the controversial choices at this moment in time? With Matt Gaetz being stood down as the next prospective Attorney General, there's focus on 2 others. Tulsi Gabbard, the former Democratic Congresswoman from Hawaii, who is designated to be the future Director of National Intelligence. Her former congressional colleagues from our area, Democrats, say their concern Gabbard echoes Russian talking points, echoes the words of Vladimir Putin. There's concern of her having state secrets. Could be a tough fight. And then there's the matter of Pete Hegseth, who is the designee to be the defense secretary. There are concerns he's inexperienced, young, without experience in these massive bureaucracies like the Pentagon. And then there are, of course, the headlines of allegations of sexual impropriety 7 years ago, which he denies, but which would come up at a confirmation hearing before the Senate.
Now, Scott, we're talking about confirmation hearings are literally, well, perhaps months away, I guess. Maybe you could say weeks away, but it's certainly into January. So the question is, I gather, and it's pretty an obvious question, opinions can change quite drastically between now and then. So it would be very hard to sort of pick a horse race as to who may be in or out. I mean, we saw Gaetz leave in a matter of 24 hours, correct?
Yeah, it's hard to forecast based on any new revelations that could come out about any of these nominees, a change of heart, somebody decides they don't want the job anymore because of the scrutiny that's going to pick up between now and January. But here's what we do know, that these nomination hearings, these confirmation hearings, are to begin in early January, according to Senate Republican leadership. They want to begin as soon as the new Congress begins, the first week of January. They won't wait for Inauguration Day for all of these. And for the high-profile designees and nominees, including the U.S. Attorney General, there will be local voices on those panels. For example, when it comes time to confirm an Attorney General, it will be Richard Blumenthal of Connecticut on the committee doing some of the questioning. A reminder here, Dick, in the Senate, the minority party, in this case the Democrats, can call their own witnesses, can present their own evidence or arguments. They have a seat at the table, literally and figuratively, when these hearings begin.
And that's great information. Literally, they're not going to wait for the inauguration on the 20th. They're going to start right away. Scott MacFarlane, great stuff as always. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Dick.